Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. Hope everybody's well. I'm going to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Cancer sign out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, Cancer, get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Cancer? Cancer. All right, Cancer, you're starting out with the Death card. You have the Seven of Pentacles reversed, and you have the Four of Swords. So you have pulled back. I feel like you were very patient with somebody. And at some point you decided, I am not investing in this anymore. I'm over it. I'm done. You ended something here and you pulled back. You're not communicating. You're healing. You're resting because whatever this was painful. And I feel like you just grew tired of going through that pain. So I do see you doing some healing here, taking a break, no communication. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Cancer's energy. Show me who is in Cancer's energy, please. No, it's too many. Show me who is in Cancer's energy. There we go. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Magician. You might be dealing with a Gemini. We have the Five of Cups reversed, and we have the Nine of Swords. So this person can be a little bit manipulative, if I'm being completely honest. I do feel like this is somebody who is manifesting you. They've gone through some sadness here. I can see where they've had sleepless nights, tears. They don't necessarily want you to know that. This person is wondering if you would ever give them a second chance. Yeah, because they do want one. I feel like they think about you constantly, especially at night, And the thoughts that they have just, I feel like it just tears them up. Yeah. This person cries at night, Cancer. They do. So I do feel like this person is in a state of anxiety. They're wondering if you would ever, see it in your heart to have them back. This will be somebody you're not communicating with right now. Let me see the energy between Cancer and this person. Because I don't feel like I feel like when you ended this, you were unapologetic. You were like, nope, I'm done. I'm not investing in this anymore. Four of Wands reversed. Some of you could have even been married to this person. But yeah, you were the one who ended this. And they're trying to manifest you back. In their heart, they're wondering, does Cancer have any inkling of feeling for me anymore? Is there any way that this can be restarted? They're unhappy. And they may see you moving forward with someone else too. Let me see what's affecting this connection. King of Swords reversed. Very strong Gemini energy, but you could also be dealing with a Libra or a Aquarius. Yeah, there's no communication here. And that's painful for this person. They can't understand why you won't talk to them. I'm also saying that there could have been some deception, some dishonest communication that affected this and actually kind of created that ending. This person could have kind of led you on in some manner. Yeah. So let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome for Cancer. Show me the outcome. Knight of Pentacles reversed. If they make any kind of offer to you, I think you'll turn it down. But right now, it doesn't look like they're doing that. They're just up in their head. I don't see them actually taking the action towards you because that's what's affecting the connection is a lack of communication. They want to. They're worried about it. This is somebody who may like write texts to you and then delete them. Yeah, because you're absolutely over here resting. You're not even thinking about this person. Bottom of the deck is the Hangman. Interesting. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, but that's the energy of waiting. Yep. So let's clarify this. Spirit, why is the Death card here for Cancer? All right, Three of Cups reversed and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, so once this ended, I feel like you isolated for a while. I don't feel like you were going out with close friends or family. I feel like you were kind of isolating. You were a bit unhappy. I do feel like you kind of went through it. You had some sleepless nights here. This person, though, tends to cause anxiety for you. You had grown unhappy in this connection. So and I feel like before you ended this, you kind of, there was a lot of anxiety involved in that for you. It wasn't like, oh, I guess I'll just end my connection with whoever, tomorrow. No, you really did kind of agonize over this. Let me see why the Seven of Pentacles is in reverse. Because I feel like you at some point were heavily invested. Okay, so we have the Emperor, we have the King of Pentacles. Yeah, you were heavily invested in this person. You thought that this was going to be the last relationship you'd ever be in. You thought that this was it was going to be the final relationship. You felt like this person was your person. Yeah, and like I said, some of you married this person. Yeah, now you're working on your financial stability. Some of you could be business owners, or you could be in a position of authority. I do feel like you finally just said, look, this person is causing me so much anxiety. I'm just going to have to take control of my own life. I'm going to have to create my own stability. I'm no longer going to invest my time, my energy, my finances into that person. And that's when you ended this, and you just cut them off. Abruptly cut them off. But it was not as much about them at that point as it was about you. It was about you taking your power back, you making yourself financially stable, emotionally stable, grounded. It was about you, standing up for yourself. Let me see this Four of Swords. I feel like you were very loyal in this connection as well. And for some of you, this person was not. All right, we have the Star card. Ooh, the Fool. So you've got something new starting here. Ace of Wands reversed. Yeah, so after you ended this, you pulled back, you started healing, you went into non-communication, and you got your balance back, and now it looks like you're starting something else here. This person isn't even on your radar anymore. There's some kind of a new beginning you have going here. You're taking a risk. You're moving, some of you moving towards an Aquarius. But yeah, you're very hopeful. You're very hopeful. But you had to end this and heal from it before you could move towards whatever this is. Interesting. Some of you have met like your King of Pentacles or your Emperor. But you had to go through this. You had to end this. You had to pull back in order to have this new beginning. So let's see this person's energy. Why is the Magician here? Ten of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. This person is saying you juggled them, that you juggled them with somebody else, and they feel betrayed, but they're manipulating is the thing. I mean, that could have been true, like, I don't know, but the way I'm seeing it is that they're manipulating the situation. This person is trying to manifest money too. They're having some financial difficulties. They're having to rob Peter to pay Paul. That's been since the connection between the two of you ended. You see, this person experienced a lot of pain in that ending. they feel betrayed, and they literally are saying, yeah, you juggled me with someone else. Why is the Five of Cups in reverse? Why is the Five of Cups in reverse for the person in Cancer's energy? All right, we have the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Interesting. So they know they could have been happy with you. They're going to try to get that back. There was a period here where this person felt very happy. They have imagined the two of you together, having a family together, whatever that might mean. They want to know, are you going to, would you be willing to, you know, have them in your life again? They're even questioning, you know, because they're feeling betrayed here. I just really get the feeling here, Cancer, that this person didn't think you would ever leave. And I feel like it took a lot for you to do so. And even then, I feel like they thought, well, Cancer will be back. And then you didn't. And so I feel like this person now feels betrayed, because they're saying, oh, you juggled me with somebody else. Did you ever love me? You know, I had this whole life planned for us. I do feel like if they get even a thought that you will take them back, they'll fight for the connection because they see you as happiness. But what I am seeing is that this person can manipulate. They can be a little bit dishonest. And I think you know that. Let me see the Nine of Swords. Show me the Nine of Swords. This person talks about you to either close friends or family, by the way. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Show me the Nine of Swords. Knight of Wands. And the Three of Coins. Yeah, they they want to talk to you in the worst way. They do. Some of them might go by your workplace, so be careful about that. That's never a good scenario. This person, they're trying to figure out how to communicate with you, and how and still be able to save face. They want to be able to save face. Because I feel like they're a little bit angry right now. They're angry because you've slipped away from them. And I feel like they feel that you are theirs. Like, you know, there's a possessiveness here. I do feel like this person may come in to talk to you. They're trying to figure it out. Let me see the energy between Cancer and this person. Show me the energy between Cancer and this person. Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're not talking to them. Knight of Swords reversed. And the Five of Pentacles reversed. They're trying to figure out how to come in and reunite with you. How to manifest you back into their energy. That's what they're trying to do. I feel like they're highly focused on you, almost obsessively, by the way. But you are not talking with them. You're having nothing to do with them. You're unhappy. This person stressed you the hell out. Before this ended, you were very stressed out with this person and the way they behaved. So I feel like you just cut this person off and you were done. You were done. You're in your power now. And while you're in your power, you are extremely careful who you give your emotions to. You vet people before you open up. Yeah, so, I mean, I feel like you don't even feel this person is honest either. Why is the King of Swords in reverse? Why is the King of Swords in reverse? Show me what's affecting the connection. Five of Swords. Eight of Cups. Interesting. Actually, it should be, I have to put it, there we go. Yeah, you're not talking to this person, and that's making them very angry. I feel like they're getting more and more angry. This person has a lot of ego. They have a lot of ego because they feel like you were their happiness. You slipped away. They didn't think that you would ever leave them. And when you did, they thought you would come back. And I can see you did. With this 8 of Cups here, you did. You walked away from this person. This is somebody you were in a committed connection with. You abruptly stopped, you know, investing in it. Your patience just was worn thin, likely because of dishonest behavior, lack of communication, ego. This person is aggressive as well. There's this energy of them being easily antagonized, also trying to antagonize you, and they don't fight fair. They can be manipulative. Yeah. Let me see. Show me the bottom energy. So you walked away from this person. You cut them off. They're angry. They're aggressive with that anger as well. But I feel like you're moving on. 7 of Pentacles, reverse. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. You've got something new starting here. And the 8 of Pentacles. So you're not investing in this. I see it in your energy twice. You're basically saying, I don't want anything you have to offer me. You kept me stuck for a very long time. You weren't investing properly. I'm tired of it. I'm not dealing with that. And I see that after this ended, and it, you know, there's an ending clearly here. You did some healing. You pulled back. And that's when you met this person. So they may be trying to say you juggled them. That's not how the cards are telling me. I feel like you did walk away from this person first, but you've got a brand new beginning that is actually going to be very stable, very equal. It looks like there's equal reciprocity in that. This person that's in your energy, you're not going to invest in that. If they're going to try to come towards you wanting to work it out, wanting to offer some sort of stability. Like I said, be careful. They could show up at your workplace. That is heavily indicated here for somebody. So, you know, be very careful with that because they may come in and try to create some sort of a scene. They're considering it anyway if they know where you work. I do feel that this person is impatient to try to talk to you, and they're trying to figure out how to bring this back together, how to get you back. But they're literally doing all the worst things, all the things that they shouldn't be doing. Yeah, I don't feel like you care, though. I don't feel like you care. I feel like if they show up at your workplace, you're going to be like security, you know. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups. That's that new love you've got coming. You've got a new love offer here, a new love interest, that the love interest you were waiting for. And I have to tell you, it looks really good. I wish your entire reading had been about that, but maybe some of you needed to know that this person is over here obsessing and, you know, trying to show up at your work and that kind of stuff. So just be careful with that. Whatever you've got new going on here, it does look pretty positive. So I would lean into that. I would focus on that. But be very careful because I do feel that you could get some blowback from this person as well. Let me pull an oracle card for you. All right, you have number 43, and it's it's liberation. Sounds about right to me. It says, just let me be. It's about being a free spirit, being wild and authentic. Yeah, you have freed yourself from something here, but you've got something so much nicer that's coming through. So let me read this for you. Give me a second. So interesting that that was your card. All right, so your affirmation says, I am unapologetically being myself. I connect with my wild. That's right, Cancer. Stay feral. I'm all for that. All right, raging waters, the one who cannot be caged, the wildflower, the heart that is free. The liberated spirit, not one who is changed or is different now. They just stop being everything that they are not. They stop being who others wanted them to be, how the world said they should be. The free spirit calls you near. Carefree and unapologetic, they dance barefoot beneath the full moon, hair flying in the wind. They swim naked in the vast ocean, feeling big and small all at once. It doesn't matter who may be watching. It isn't for others. It's for the revival and invigoration of their own spirit. It is to connect with the great goddess. The free spirit runs barefoot on endless fields of wildflowers and even wildfires, following her bliss, chasing her passion, and listening to her intuition. Over everything else, she values the freedom of her soul and the adventure of her life. She drinks straight from the cool, clear waterfall of what spirit has to bring her. Tears of gratitude fill her eyes as she deeply experiences the fullness of her existence, appreciating the so muchness of it all. Pulling this card invites you to welcome more of this energy at this time. There is an irresistible freedom that comes with connecting to this part of the divine feminine. It is wild, unapologetic, and faithfully surrendered. It is unhinged, unfiltered, erratic, creative bliss, and we need it, or our soul cannot thrive. Our primal self needs to let out a loud yell every now and then. The wild animal within us must be allowed to break free, and this is a part of keeping a healthy soul. Perfect for you guys. I love, love, love that energy. So yeah, Cancer, stay feral, you know, go out here, be wild. All right, but be careful with that. Anyway, I hope that this has given you a little bit of insight into the dynamics here. I hope that, you know, if you've resonated with it, you'll hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Cancer, know that you are loved, stay feral, and namaste.